by long term, we mean more than just a couple of days. Also, because this debate has very few facts, and the next debate has so many facts, I usually make this debate kind of short, and the following debate kind of longer. This is heads. This is tails. Never felt for you, I guess. We're going to try to make this one kind of rush. Ready, set, extremes, go. Yeah, did you start? Yeah. Go and I'll turn my back.
Okay, yeah, so basically looking at the question, long-term population control, impossible or possible. So long-term population control is that the planet basically has a max set carrying capacity, to a certain extent, and if our human reproduction replacement rate is above 1, we will someday get to that point where we don't have any. What?
I'm trying to get his attention. You didn't give us any sheets where they're rating him.
Alright, I'll just keep talking.
Everybody tell Gavin if you want 1 or 2 papers when he walks around the YouTube.
Yeah, so basically, unless we can get the replacement rate down to 1, our population will not be controlled effectively, and basically that's impossible for a lot of different reasons. One is just like sheer numbers. You just can't stop the humping. It's not going to happen. And other reasons include like social stigmas tied to religion and cultural tradition about reproduction, and other things about population control as far as the price, like being way too expensive and unrealistic if we want to try to sustain a global economy at the same time. And I don't know how much deep I'm going to get into facts on the intro, but we won't have it quick. Basically, I'm just going to focus on the first part. You can't stop the humping. Even in more developed countries like the United States of America, 40% of pregnancies are unintended. So this is happening, and it has been happening, and it will happen. And so even when people are educated, they're still making babies. And then if you look at the opposite extreme in a country like Niger in Africa, the women on average fertility rate is 7 children per woman. So,
and even if you were to provide them with birth control, or ways of birth control, it's so expensive to provide it to that many people and that mass amount of numbers. No one has the money to do that. It's really expensive to give birth control to that many people. We're talking about the undeveloped countries.
Well, also just going on with that, not only in places like Niger, but in India, the average number of children from middle class and lower class, so not just the impoverished, when you make the case for like dropping death rates, dropping birth rates, whatever, middle class and lower class families, the average number of kids in a family is still 6. So, and the reason for that, a lot of the reason is that religion and like the cultural stigma is to have boys, and they will continue
are going down, but the people are not having less children. So the population continues to rise. And I'm looking at Niger again, 20% of women have more than 10 children. And that's right now. And that's not going down anytime soon. And basically, at that rate, at the birth rates of Niger right now, that little country would have 80 million people by 2050. And even if some of those population control techniques that you were talking about were put into effect, a very, very good situation, probably the best possible, would be maybe if you cut the birth rate in half. That'd be the limiting of the humping. If you cut the birth rate in half, by 2050, the population of that little country would still be 53 million people. And that's basically what I'm talking about.
And also, if you cut that, you're saying that it's like 3 days of the I was a little confused about, but you said something with the military, and if you go to, then you have money to, I was a little confused about that, but that's still not enough money to control our population, not even ours, the global population. It's so big, and if you want to provide birth control to all those places, I don't understand where that money is coming from. We don't have that money. And if it's just, like, other countries aren't necessarily even going to be inclined to agree with the having global population control. So it's just the United States trying to, like, impose this on, like, that no one's going to, we don't have the money, and no one's going to be able to do that.
First. Second, there's no extreme scenario you can suggest?
Well, none of that precludes the possibility of us, like, killing everybody in the country. Why don't we just nuke China? There's, like, 1 billion people gone there, 1.5 billion people gone, like, and that'll, like...
Well, it's impossible. You're not going to nuke China.
Why not? It's possible. It's possible. We could do that. If we want to,
Okay, yeah,
more people there. Exactly.
Okay, so that's what our
There's
decision.
nothing
We're going to
we can
nuke
prove
China.
that it's possible.
Yeah, I said bomb everyone.
Yeah, that's good.
It's possible.
Will that be long term? No, because we can reproduce. It won't be long term. We're going to keep bombing.
Even if we can't limit it by ourselves, there are still other limiting factors to our population, like say disease, some super gnarly disease, just wipe us out.
Yeah, but then we'll come back. It's not going to be long term.
Yeah, would you be happy with the 12 million people on the planet? It wouldn't really be like this.
We're talking about long term. Like, this is sort of like all the short term.
No, but we don't have any options for population control, especially because the
We don't have
population is
any
growing at
options.
the rate that it is. We're going to wipe ourselves out. If we don't make control, we don't have an option. Like, our entire race could be wiped out by our own.
Right, that happens to every race that's ever existed.
It's impossible to have long term population control.
No, but we don't have an option. Like,
Well, it's impossible. We don't have one yet, and we never have one.
Eventually we'll run out of
it is
resources.
possible.
And if we don't control our
So by the time
population,
How is it
So
possible?
you're saying that population control is possible because it will just happen because people
I mean,
die?
I just want to throw out something that I think came out a little bit and then we just sort of stepped all over it and forgot and moved on. It has happened many times in history where a small group of people surrounded by a whole lot of people decide to just kill a whole lot of people because they're a threat to those small groups of people recently. Imagine a world where America has 500 million and the planet's other 9 billion are limiting American access to food or water or phosphorus for the farm or whatever. What's to stop America from using the nuclear bombs? I mean, like, I know that's not pretty.
I mean, there isn't any to stop them, I guess, because they very well could.
Well, you know,
Nuke China. That is definitely a possibility.
That's possible.
I mean, would that work? Would that work?
No, not long term. Because people in other countries are still going to grow. Are you going to nuke every country? I don't understand.
Just do it again and again.
So then no one's left. That's not controlling population. You're just killing
why would you want to kill yourself?
Okay, I think if you want to argue that if you just destroy the earth, that population control is feasibly possible,
Yes.
then go ahead.
Not by your
But
system.
if
If
you look
you're
at
going to bomb people, it's not.
okay, that's
No.
I just said go ahead. If you look at any like actual data from anything that's relatively normal with a standard of living for human beings that you guys want,
It's not possible.
it's not.
I mean, I just gotta, like, I don't mean to make this my debate. But I mean to make this my debate. Like, I just want to guide the debate a little bit. I'm not asking how realistic that thing about feasible and possible is a good point. And like, at that crazy lunatic fringe, like, could militarism defeat reproductive impulse?
Well, also,
That would suck.
yeah, they could, but what, like, do you have any ideas here? Like, how can we control it? Like, other than bombing places, like,